Item number 5. Introduction of Government Resolution on Uniform Civil Code. Honorable members, I have received a notice from Shri Nepurio, Honorable Chief Minister, for introducing a resolution on Uniform Civil Code, and I have admitted the notice. Now, the Honorable Leader of the House and Honorable Chief Minister may move for leave of the House to introduce the resolution on Uniform Civil Code.
Speaker, sir, I beg to introduce the resolution on Uniform Civil Code, UCC. Whereas the Government of India has appointed the 22nd Law Commission of India on 21st of February 2020, and its terms have been extended up to the 31st of August 2024. And whereas the 22nd Law Commission of India has issued a public notice on 14th June 2023, inviting views and ideas from all stakeholders on the subject matter of having a uniform civil code throughout India. And whereas the Government of Nagaland, through a cabinet decision, had earlier submitted its views on this subject to the 22nd Law Commission on the 4th July 2023, conveying its opposition to UCC on the ground of unique history of Nagaland since the pre-Indian British era, the assurance of the non-interference policy starting from the pre-independence time and continued by Government of India in social and religious practices and customaries and laws of the people, and the constitutional guarantee, a special provision given under Article 371A, and strongly urging that Nagaland be completely exempted from the purview of UCC. And whereas in the consultative meeting with the various stakeholders on the subject of UCC, etc., organized by the state government on the 1st September 2023, the representatives of the various tribal host organizations have expressed their strong resentment and objection to the idea of having a uniform civil code. And whereas the apparent objective of the UCC is to have a single law on personal matters such as marriage and divorce, customary and guardianship, adoptions and maintenance, succession and inheritance, which in our view shall pose a threat to our customary law, social practices and religious practices, which will be in danger of encroachment in the event of imposing of uniform civil code. And whereas the Article 71A of the Constitution of India insert, notwithstanding anything in this Constitution, no act of Parliament in respect of the religious or social practices of the Nagas, Naga customary law and procedures, and administrative of civil and criminal justice involving decision according to Naga customary laws, and ownership and transfer of land and its resources shall apply to the state of Nagaland unless the Nagaland and Legislative Assembly of Nagaland by a resolution so decides. Now therefore, the resolution is proposed for exemption from the proposed enactment of Uniform Civil Code in its application in the state of Nagaland.
Honorable members, the motion moved is this, that leave be granted to introduce the resolution as just read out. Those who are in favor of the motion may say aye. Those against may say no. The ayes have it, the ayes have it. Leave to introduce the resolution is granted. Now, Honorable Chief Minister may move for introduction of the resolution.
Speaker, sir, I beg to introduce for consideration.
Consideration and adoption of the resolution will be taken up today. Amendments, if any, may be submitted before 3 p.m. On Uniform Civil Code, honorable members are aware that the resolution was just introduced in the House by the Honorable Chief Minister, and we shall be taking up the consideration and adoption. Honorable members are also well aware that amendments, if any, have been sought, and there have been no amendments received. And now I request the Honorable Chief Minister to move for consideration and adoption of the resolution.
Speaker, sir, I beg to move for the consideration and adoption of the resolution on Uniform Civil Code. Whereas the Government of India has appointed the 22nd Law Commission of India on 21st of February 2020, and its terms have been extended up to 31st August 2024. And whereas the 22nd Law Commission of India has issued a public notice on 14th June 2023 inviting views and ideas from all stakeholders on the subject matter of having a uniform civil code throughout India. And whereas the Government of Nagaland, through a cabinet decision, had earlier submitted its views on this subject to the 22nd Law Commission on the 4th of July 2023, conveying its opposition to UCC on the ground of the unique history of Nagaland since the pre-independence British era and assurance of the non-interference policy starting from the pre-independence time and continued by the Government of India in the social and religious practices and customary laws of the people, and the constitutional guarantees given under Article 371A, and strongly urging that Nagaland is completely exempted from the purview of UCC. And whereas in the consultative meeting with various stakeholders on the subject of UCC organized by the state government on the 1st September 2023, the representative of the various tribal host organizations have expressed their strong resentment and objection to the idea of having a civil uniform code. And whereas the apparent objective of the UCC is to have a single law on personal matters such as marriage and divorce, custody and guardianship, adoption and maintenance, succession and inheritance, which in our view should pose a threat to our customary laws, social practices, and the religious practices, which will be in danger of encroachment in the event of imposition of uniform civil code. And whereas Article 371A of the Constitution of India states, notwithstanding anything in this Constitution, no act of Parliament in respect of the religious or social practices of the Nagas, Naga customary law and procedure, and administration of civil and criminal justice, involving decisions according to Naga customary laws, and ownership and transfer of land and its resources shall apply to the state of Nagaland, unless Legislative Assembly of Nagaland by a resolution so decides. Now, therefore, this 14th House of the Nagaland Legislative Assembly hereby unanimously resolve for exemption from the proposed enactment of Uniform Civil Code in its application to the state of Nagaland. Thank you.
The motion moved is this, that this House unanimously adopt the resolution moved by the Honorable Chief Minister. Those, again, in favor of adopting the resolution may say aye. Aye. Those against may say no. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. The resolution as moved is unanimously adopted.